to see the next topic from the reproduction, sexual reproduction in animals. Right, in the last class we discussed about the asexual reproduction in animals like binary fission, budding, different types of asexual reproductive methods we studied. Binary fission is the process of common mode of asexual reproduction which can be seen in the only single-celled organisms like amoeba, euglena, paramecium. These are the different types of single-celled organisms. In these living organisms, generally we can observe the asexual reproduction is a common mode of asexual reproduction. Okay. In this process, one parental cell can be divided into two daughter cells. That shows about the division of nucleus takes place, whereas next division of cytoplasm and cell takes place. This division of nucleus and cytoplasm that can divide into the parental cell into two daughter cells. Whereas budding can be seen in the hydra and whereas yeast cells. So that is about the asexual reproduction we had discussed in the last class. Now we are going to see sexual reproduction in the animals. So before we are going to discuss about the sexual reproduction in animals, here already in the 7th class we studied about the sexual reproduction in plants. When we discussed about the sexual reproduction in plants, there we studied about the flower. Generally flower is a sexual reproductory part. So flower is a one of the sexual reproductory organ or sexual reproductory part. The flower consists of male reproductory parts and female reproductory parts. Suppose example, see this is the pedicel. If we observe the flower, this is the pedicel, and the pedicel above there is a swollen part is called thalamus. Okay, here this thalamus is the place for the arrangement of several. Thalamus is the part for the arrangement of several floral parts. Suppose example, see here. Okay, this is the part stigma and this is the style. Okay, here is the ovary. Okay, ovary inside we can observe several ovules. Suppose observe here. If we observe the ovary, here there are several ovules. Inside the ovary there are several ovules. See, stigma, style, ovules are present in the ovary. This all together we call it as gynoecium. Okay, gynoecium. And whereas the stalk-like part of the flower, where there is the stalk-like part, at the end of the stalk-like part here there is a sac-like structure is called anther. So this is the stalk-like structure is called stamen. The stamen above there is a sac-like structure is called anther. The anther consists of generally several microscopic units. These microscopic units are called pollen grains. We call them as pollen grains. Okay, this is about male reproductory part. The male reproductory part of the plant is called androecium. See, this is called androecium. Androecium that consists of a stacked portion is called stamen. A stacked portion is called stamen. The stamen above the sac-like structure is called anther. Anther, which consists of several microscopic units, are called pollen grains. So here anther, pollen grains, stamen, these three together we are calling as androecium. Androecium is nothing but the male reproductory part of the flower, whereas stigma, style, ovary, ovules, these all together we call it as gynoecium. So here in a flower we can observe there is two most important part. One is gynoecium, another one is androecium. Gynoecium, it is the female reproductory part of the flower, whereas androecium is the male reproductory part of the flower. Suppose if the flower has these two parts, that means the androecium and gynoecium, if both are present in a single flower, that is called a bisexual flower. We call it as bisexual flower. A bisexual flower that consists of androecium, gynoecium. Okay, gynoecium which consists of stigma, style, ovary, ovules, whereas androecium consists of stamen above the sac-like structure is called anther. Anther inside there are several microscopic units are called pollen grains. These three together is called androecium. If the androecium and gynoecium both are present in the one flower, it is called bisexual flower. Suppose example of bisexual flower is hibiscus, mandara. Okay, alage hypomia, okay, datura. Okay, these are the different types of what bisexual flower. Even some flowers are unisexual flowers also we can observe. That means in a flower whether there is a presence of either gynoecium or androecium. If any one is present, that is called unisexual flower. Suppose example, the unisexual flowers are cucumber, okay, then bottle gourd, cucumber, ridge gourd. This type of plants, they may consist of either unisexual flower. That flower consists of either male reproductive part, either female reproductive part. If any one of the part is present in the flower, either male or female reproductive parts, if any one is present, that is called monosexual flower or unisexual flower. So this is about unisexual and bisexual flower. Okay, this is about the 7th class what we discussed about the sexual reproduction in plants. Now we are going to see about reproduction in male reproductive system in the human beings. Now we are going to study about male reproductive system in human beings. Okay, the male reproductive system that consists of important parts. Male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of, see here, pair of testes and vas deferens, okay, and penis. These are the most important parts in the 8th class biology. According to the 8th class biology, only these three parts are mentioned. Okay, these three parts we will see in the reproductive system. Generally, the male reproductive system primary sex organs are called testes, or primary male reproductive organs are called testes. Testes are the male reproductive organs. Primary male reproductive organs of the male is testes. Generally, testes are located in the abdomen. In the testes, if we observe, there are several lobules. In the lobules, there are several coiled tube-like structures are called seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules can produce the sperms. The sperms are nothing but called as male gametes. Let us see in the diagram. Suppose example, see, here is the pair of testes. So this pair of testes are present in the abdomen, in the lower abdomen of the male. Okay, these testes consist of several lobules. Suppose if we observe the testes, there will be several lobules. In these lobules, if we can observe several coiled tube-like structures. These several coiled tube-like structures are called, we call them as seminiferous tubules. Okay, these seminiferous tubules can produce the sperms. That means the sperms production occurs through the seminiferous tubules. Then these sperms are collected by the vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia, it is connected to the epididymis. See, this is the epididymis. Okay, vasa efferentia, seminiferous tubules all together, they are connected to the vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia tubules are all entering into the outer external structure is called epididymis. Okay, this epididymis is for the temporarily storaging of sperms. This is the epididymis. Okay, one side I am drawing, then other side also same like this. So from this epididymis, from the lower part of this epididymis, one tubes are raised. Okay, this is called vas deferens. From this vas deferens, see, this is the vas deferens. This vas deferens which is connected to the urinary bladder. See, this is the urinary bladder. From the back side of the urinary bladder, this vas deferens travels and opens into the urinary bladder, and coming into this urinary bladder, and it comes out as a ejaculatory duct. This ejaculatory duct, finally it connected with penis. So this is about male reproductive system in the human beings. First one, see here, there is a pair of testes. The pair of testes are present in the lower abdomen of the male. These testes consist of several lobules. The lobules consist of several coiled tube-like structures. These coiled tube-like structures are called seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules can produce the sperms. When the sperms are produced, these sperms are collected and by the vas efferentia. This vas efferentia which opens into the outer structure is called epididymis. In this epididymis generally sperms will be stored. From this epididymis, here there is another tube-like structure is developed, that is called vas deferens. This vas deferens which travels towards the backside of the urinary bladder and it opens out. This connected to the ejaculatory duct connected to the penis which opens out through the urethra. Through urethra the sperms will be released out. So this is all about the male reproductive system. So generally the sperms production occurs in the age of 13 to 14 years in the boys. The sperm production occurs in the age of adolescence. The sperms produces in the age of 13 to 14 years. And this sperm production continuously occurs throughout the life, but the rate of motility of the sperms will be reduced after 40 years. That is about the sperm production. Next, generally sperms are produced millions. The sperms are produced in millions of number. Okay. Then generally, if you observe the structure of this sperm, the structure of this sperm consists of, there are different parts. Let us see the structure of this sperm. The structure of this sperm consists of majorly, this is the acrosome. The acrosome, it is one of the penetrated structure or a sharp structure which can penetrate it, which consists of some enzymes. These enzymes can dissolve the walls of the ovum so that sperms, this structure is what? Acrosome. We call it as acrosome. Okay, this acrosome consists of some enzymes which enzymes can dissolve the walls of the ovum. So when the enzymes are released and dissolving the walls of the ovum, so directly this acrosome can penetrate into the ovum for the fertilization. And next, acrosome below, you see here, this is called head part. In the head part we can observe there is a nucleus. This is a haploid nucleus. Here is a haploid nucleus. Haploid nucleus means generally one set of chromosomes are present in the haploid nucleus. Suppose in human body there is 46 chromosomes. In the human body, suppose if there is 46 chromosomes, but in the sperm cell there will be only 23 chromosomes. That means 23 chromosomes are available in the nucleus, but 46 chromosomes are not present. Suppose in the ovum cell 23 chromosomes, whereas in the sperm cell 23 chromosomes. These 23 together, it will become as 46 chromosomes when the newborn child forms. So like that, when the sperm cell or ovum cells are formed in the living organisms, then half of the number of chromosomes will be reduced. That means when the gametes are formed, half of the number of chromosomes will be reduced. So this is the most important thing. That's why here there is a haploid nucleus is present. This haploid nucleus consists of only 23 chromosomes are present. That's why we are calling haploid chromosomes or haploid set of nucleus. So this nucleus is present in the head region. See, this is the head region. The head region above the acrosome, which consists of several enzymes. These enzymes can dissolve the walls of the ovum so that through acrosome the sperm cell can be penetrated into the ovum. And head region, this consists of one set of chromosomes is called haploid nucleus. This haploid nucleus and this ovum cell haploid nucleus, both together, that can be formed as zygote. And next, another important part is neck region. This neck region which can connect the head region and middle piece. See, this is the middle piece. In the middle piece we can observe there are several mitochondria. In the middle piece we can observe several mitochondria. These mitochondria can produce the energy for the movement of the sperm. See here, this part is the middle piece. Paina is acrosome annam, this head region annam, this is neck region. Neck region, it doesn't have any role, just it connects the head region and middle piece. But in the middle piece, if we can observe, there are several mitochondria. These several mitochondria can produce the energy for the movement of the sperm. Generally, sperms are motile in condition. Motile in condition means they can move with a particular speed or restricted speed. So that sperms are motile in condition. That's why for this movement of the sperm, middle piece that consists of several mitochondria which can produce the energy for the movement. And next, coming to the last part is, this is the tail part. This tail part is which can propel the sperm where it has to be traveled. So this is all about the structure of the sperm. Generally, when the sperms are released, here millions of sperms can be produced. Out of these millions of sperms, minimum 60% of the sperms should have normal shape for the fertilization, and 40% of the sperms should have vigorous motility for the fertilization. అంటే ఫర్టిలైజేషన్ కనుక జరగాలంటే ఖచ్చితంగా రిలీజ్ అయ్యే స్పర్మ్స్లో 60% of sperms must have the normal shape, whereas 40% of the sperm should have the vigorous motility for the fertilization. Then only it can be traveled with a particular speed and it can be reached to the ovum for the fertilization. Otherwise, they will not be taken place. So this is all about the male reproductive system in the human beings. In the coming class, we shall study about the female reproductive system and fertilization and development of the embryo. Thank you.